So, geht's jetzt? Jetzt geht's wieder. Mein Mikro hat nämlich keine Lust heute. Ich habe jetzt gerade mal geguckt. Wir sind jetzt aktuell im zweiten Akt von 5 oder 4, wenn ich es richtig gesehen habe. Das heißt, so viel ist gar nicht mehr im Endeffekt. Wir müssen nur gucken, dass wir jetzt relativ zügig durchkommen. Ja, und dann werden wir die Karte wohl schon durch haben. Beziehungsweise die Hauptquest gibt sehr viele Nebenquests, die man eigentlich noch mitnehmen sollte für das Ende. Also für die Enden wohl, gibt es da wohl 3 verschiedene, so wie ich es gerade gesehen habe. Ich habe mich jetzt aber nicht gespoilert, welche Enden kommen. Das habe ich jetzt nicht nachgeguckt. Und wir machen wie gewohnt die Hauptquest fertig, sobald das Spiel durch ist. Will ich nämlich ganz gerne das nächste anfangen. Beziehungsweise wahrscheinlich erstmal alles fertig machen. Bei 2 Points sind jetzt ungefähr 17 Karten. Die muss ich jetzt noch gucken, dass ich das irgendwie mit reinkriege. Und dann müssen wir mal schauen, wie wir dann weitermachen. Auch zeitlich passt. Ich glaube, es passt. Deswegen gehen wir jetzt erstmal gucken.
Envoy. The eyes of Paradise are still upon you. Watch your step.
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
We have learned you are not a figure to be trifled with. My compatriots have observed your judgment. We have a message for you. We do not give second warnings. Consider this one carefully. We will remember, Envoy.
Das wollte ich jetzt nicht. Ah.
Some lockdown, eh? People just seem to come and go as they please.
Ja, aber wir haben bisher sehr wenig Begleiter, ne? Also wir haben nur 2 Stück bekommen bisher. Also wenn das jetzt alles ein Begleiter ist. Naja, mal gucken, wie es weitergeht. Bisher muss ich immer noch sagen, es hat mich jetzt nicht so wirklich vom Hocker gehauen. Hat sich sehr schön an, also vom Aussehen her war es sehr hübsch und habe gedacht, ja, das musst du unbedingt spielen. Wollte es auch unbedingt kaufen.
Poor guy. Didn't even stand a chance.
Oh, wait, ist das der
Looks like
Dingens?
there's a note.
Die haben den NPC gekillt, also den einen Typen gekillt, der mit uns unterwegs war zu Beginn. Ja. Muss man mit rechnen, aber was bringt denn das denn jetzt, dass er den gekillt hat? Rein theoretisch gesehen gar nicht.
Whatever's grown over that Audra doesn't look natural.
Deswegen mal schauen.
Hold a moment. They tell me you're going to Emerald Stair. Business or pleasure? Well, just remember to cover your mouth, sneeze into your elbow, and sleep with lavender under your pillow. Fair warning, Envoy. Before you showed up, Inquisitor Ludwine barged past me. She was looking none too pleased. Don't thank me. In fact, keep my name away from Ludwine's ears. Better if she doesn't know I exist. Anyway, I thought you should know Ludwine's on the prowl. Tread lightly.
So Ludwine's somewhere out there doing who knows what. Wonderful.
Hopefully, your handling of Egwolf brought us some grace with her.
Oh, one other thing. Did you hear about that expedition team that went missing in the caves north of the city? It's frightful stuff. Can't imagine crawling through caves for a living myself. The ground's been rumbling something fearsome over there, and those roots have been growing like mad. I hope it's not another strangleroot situation is all I'm saying, because those people are goners. Anyway, I hope you can lend them a hand. Seems like a bad way to go. You're cleared to
Jetzt will ich
pass,
da durchkriechen. Aber interessant, dass sie da auch Konsequenzen mit reingemacht haben.
And
Wo
Sam
mir das
said
eigentlich
be
relativ
leaving
egal
Paradise.
ist.
I had no idea how tense things were with the Adirans moving in.
And Egwolf's death won't help matters.
Survival dictates you remove a threat as soon as it makes itself known. That's exactly what you did.
Regardless, the Steel Garrote will see this as an excuse to crack down. I get the feeling they've been looking for one.
Steel Garrote? I figured they're just more intense Aderen soldiers.
Ja, warum können wir eigentlich keinen Paladin spielen?
They're certainly making their presence known. Can't say they're making any friends, though.
I don't like that Ludwig woman. She gives me the freakus.
Yeah, I've seen floggings gentler than the scolding she gave Hilgard. One's tacking when the other's jibing, if you catch my drift. Taking in the slack is one thing. They look ready to strangle each other with it.
Then it's a good thing we're getting out of the city.
Yeah. Much as Liviana misses our company, I wouldn't count on your mysterious friend reviving you a second time.
Are you listening to that friend when you go all blank-eyed from time to time? Does your special friend talk to you? I mean, I had an imaginary friend when I was little, but they never brought me back from the dead.
He means that with all due professional respect, of course.
How do you know this friend doesn't mean us any harm? Well, maybe figure it out. We can't prepare for what we don't know is coming.
We're headed to Fjord Messi-Verno to see if the Animancers know anything about the Dream Scourge, right? Maybe we'll learn something about your condition in the process.
Right. When it comes time to deal with Animancers, you two are on your own.
Fair enough, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome. Hilgard's already brought your homeland's prohibitions against animancy to paradise.
They could stand around and have scholarly debates about souls all they want. Gives me a great opportunity to take a nap.
I haven't been back in a while, but Fjord is an interesting place. It was founded about 50 years ago by a disgraced Valian duke and a handful of animancers who'd soured on politics in the republics.
Town full of nobles, scholars, and leeches, all surviving off the work of the farmers who grow food for the whole island.
They're an eccentric bunch, you'll see. It turns out that academics are as ungovernable as the rest of us rabble.
They don't understand what they're messing with. They can't tame the wilds with machinery.
They've held it at bay until recently. Their ingenuity, or madness, or heresy, take your pick, has fed a lot of people in the living lands. But, rumor has it, some unnatural blight is destroying their crops. Hopefully there's nothing to that. But if there is, we'll find out soon enough. And while we're in Emerald Stair, there's something I've been putting off. An old friend from my time in Thirdborn had a cabin out in the woods. Tama. He passed a while ago, but he left something for me that I never got around to picking up. But since we'll be in Emerald Stair anyway... Better late than never. Can't give him a reason to go haunting me, right?
So you're planning on straying from the roads, huh? That changes a few things.
You won't regret it. Emerald Stair's lovely this time of year. Even the Delumgon bloom.
No matter what I tell you, you keep picking flowers from things that want to kill you.
Hey, they love me. You just gotta ask nicely. Compliment their foliage.
Right. Maybe buy them a drink before they choke you to death with vines. I'd hope so. I think that goes without saying.
You and I have quite the adventure ahead of us, Envoy.
I have, you know, things to do back in Paradise. It keeps me plenty busy.
Come to think of it, I haven't been to Emerald Stair in a while, and the Envoy's never been. Know any good guides we could hire?
None that could help the two of you. You need the best guide in the lands to keep you from getting yourselves killed.
That's okay. We can discover them together.
Now that you mention it, you're gonna need my help if you're traveling through the lands with this Nimdut. I have 2 rules. No campfire songs and no hugs. That last one's non-negotiable.
I hear wiggle room on the singing.
If we're done being ridiculous, we should get some rest. We'll be in Emerald Stair tomorrow.
Good to have you with us, Marius.
Right. Go to bed before you violate the hugging rule.
Was haben wir denn hier? Kampfnamen? Nee. Ich will nur die Hauptstory machen. Es gibt sogar eine Gefährtenquest. Mir egal, ob er sentimentalen Wert hat. Wie gesagt, wir machen ja nur die Hauptstory in dem Fall.
Envoy? Fior Messiverno, huh? Guess if you're looking for an animancer, that's the place to go. They're not just thick, they're nigh impenetrable. And there's a distinct feeling that they want you dead. Nothing we can't get through, but you'll be glad you brought me along. Well, I do have some experience with Emerald Stair. I've led a few people there from Paradise or Thirdborn, and I've almost lost someone on every trip.
Someone's slipping.
I said almost. Just glad I can help. Right, changing the subject. You too.
Komm gleich wieder. Und trotzdem was nutzt bei 90. Ja, wo willst du denn
You
noch?
should keep an eye on that scrape on your arm. You don't want it to get infected.
It barely even counts as a scrape.
Also so viel ist das nicht mit der Hauptstory, habe ich gerade gesehen. Noch 2 Kapitel oder 3, dann sind wir durch. Also wir könnten willkommen, dass wir diese Woche fertig werden.
Would you be a dear and help with these goblins, please?
Let's get in.
Don't get too comfortable.
Mit der Magierin jetzt in die Gruppe oder was? Ich habe doch gesagt, wir haben so wenig Leute. Das ist einfach ein random NPC.
Fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair. She knocks. We would answer.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? Sansa? Absolutely not. Cute as a button, but he's so high-strung. I pursue my own academic interests. Interests that require the vase in the ruins. And a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. You must be fun at parties. There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yahtzee, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 places that don't require going into some ancient ruins. No one listens to me.
Aber keine Lust, die Basis zu holen, die kann sich schon selber holen.
I've never seen Emerald Stair like this. It's usually so nice.
You told us that anyone seen would save our crops. And now look, spoiled on the vine. Life even touched it.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
What I said.
You showed up at a bad time.
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfir, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. Fair enough, envoy. Talk to the man all you'd like. When diplomacy fails, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Abonnieren interests. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Ja, Starkrost ist aus dem Single.
Subtle means something different outside of Solace.
Jata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at it. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion. Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
World Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
There may still be time to reverse the damage.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Really? Unexpected from an Adieran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Chiata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Chiata is an outcast.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Kommst du in eine neue Stadt, direkt wird jemand verbannt. Läuft ja.
I'll find us another bedroll.
Weil ich jetzt auch denke, dass sie kein neuer Begleiter sein wird.
That did not go as I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Chiata, some manners if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Mesiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
I wish I could take credit for Giata's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. A good question with a good answer. For now, I shouldn't bother you with the details. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Abonnieren envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers. Likewise, they should be educational for us both. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Indeed. Some of my colleagues would fight me for the opportunity to study you. I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I don't even know. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave your Messiverno. Forever.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare a squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast. Let him grouse. His good opinion means nothing to me anymore. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant.
Lass mal gucken. Ah, wer am nächsten?
We'll get thrown out of the pub. We are already. Founded machine.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop. Giada, what a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked. Ha! A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source. Perhaps if you can help me find an appropriate battery of essence. I could use a large single block of Atra, but harvesting it is difficult in this environment. Oh, wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove. Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more. An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. you may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delmgun in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delmgun queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards. Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
If you can convince her to hand it over, I'll be more than impressed.
Ado! Welcome to my fine establishment.
Ja, wo ist denn der jetzt? Da hinten. Wo sind die anderen beiden? Und darüber reisen, es geht schneller. Ja, aber ich will nicht aufwerten. Die haben gerade und schon wieder.
The armored mask. We dream of steel and charred earth and flame. The memory binds. Flee from her. We fear. For us. For you. Blazing ire. It burns and feeds upon itself. Pain through the smoke, we recall. You are not safe with her. We reach. The spines tear into us. We pull our hands away. But the old scars do not lie. We burned once. Burned. We know. A storm from the same spark. All pain cuts with the same blade. Steer clear of the scourging fire, or extinguish it. No recourse but teeth. The flame spreads toward the garden wall. Listen. Have care. Have care.
Nur noch Bildstream hier unterwegs.
I was just getting warmed up.
More of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
Why is it somehow worse when the revenants aren't trying to kill you?
A godlike in Emerald Stair. Well, well. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Oh, don't you worry. She's been dead a while. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
We can smell it, too.
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
Ja, ja, ich weiß was.
Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the dream scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural. Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask. Is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. Silvo is one of my revenants, my oldest, my favorite, and the pride of my flock. Someone needs to put a poor fellow out to pasture, and I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a revenant goes bad, there's only one option: final death, and poor Silvo's time has come. Silvo is on a strict diet, but I suppose he could have gotten into the crops when my back was turned. You never know with these rascals. Whether you're raising cows or corpses, every farmer lives with death. Outsiders and travelers down on their luck, you'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good forever home for the undead. Better than some crypt, anyway. But sometimes we have bad days. Really? Oh, I've always wanted a godlike for the stables. Deal! You've made me a very happy animancer.
Make sure she doesn't try to collect till after your death.
I'm not dragging your corpse back here from some ancient ruin, I'll tell you that.
Once you've dealt with Silvo, we can finalize the arrangements. And that should cover everything. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
Ich will nur ein bisschen Action im Spiel heute. Irgendwie, das fühlt sich so zäh an, einfach das Game. Wo soll der denn sein hier? Muss ja irgendwo hier sein. da rein.
We got them all.
Und das ist auch so eine Walking Dead Anspielung gewesen. Die haben doch in einem Teil, sind sie doch auch in dem Bauernhof und haben gesehen, dass die Leute doch alle da drin sind. Also wenn das für eine Anspielung war, dann weiß ich auch nicht. Die hört schon Farm.
Envoy, a pleasure as always. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. Precisely my point. There is something unique at the heart of this. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock. Ah, before I forget, here's a down payment on your body. And here's your collar. Try not to lose it. You're going to love it here. Hopefully not for a while, though.
Great. Now I have to add to my list of idiotic ideas.
Let's hope we steer clear of assassins for the time being.
Also selbst wenn wir sterben, wir können den Spielstand laden, ist es dann nicht so, dass wir dann wirklich dann da bleiben. Zähigkeit frei. 20% mehr Gesundheit wäre schon nice einfach. Wenn mit dem beidhändigen Nahkampfwaffen. Das ist aber wahrscheinlich Zweihandwaffe. Oh, beschwert ein Wiedergänger, der an deiner Seite kämpft. Nice. Das hört sich doch cool an. So, wo ist der andere? Ich muss irgendwo ein Herz bergen, das ist ein bisschen weiter weg. Und da hinten die beiden. Hat so ein bisschen so eine Anspielung von Cyberpunk unter anderem mit drin. Weil das ist auch so, dass wir jemand von uns, ja, mit uns spricht in dem Fall. Ein bisschen was von Baldur's Gate. Aus dem dritten Teil. Das versteht ihr dann nur, wenn ihr es selber gespielt habt.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? Gods are silent on this question.
Neither. Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
They're wearing one of Elia's collars. Do you think they're undead?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. The endangered godlike's vacant gaze betrays an unquenchable thirst for violence. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giata needs to finish her research. Deal? We want to know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us? Weren't you?
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Oh, didn't anyone tell you? Oh dear, Yvette. I think we've hit a sore topic. Shame you had to learn it from us. Do you have an answer or not? Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giata wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giata will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
That wouldn't surprise me. Both are natural occurrences, after all. Terrible, but quite natural.
Most natural things are. Terrible, that is.
An entity, you say? If this entity is your patron, that's all perfectly natural. But if it's something else, with enough essence and a capable animancer, perhaps you could trace this tether back to its source.
Right, and with a little fresh sake, you can follow an ogre back to its lair. Still wouldn't recommend it.
Just be careful that your tether doesn't snap back and kill you in the process.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell. Did you hear that Giata was sent into exile?
I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Also, wo ist der andere? Nee, da hinten ist bin ich hier gleich direkt mit dem Herz und andere. Ja, dann nehmen wir die eben mit. Das ist ja gleich um die Ecke. Das ist in der Nähe von der anderen Quest, dann geht das hin.
get him next time.
Muss das Sonne nicht hier auch nur sein? Ach ne, die ist weiter da hinten. Immer wäre es, wenn ins Knie verstaucht wäre. Schulter geht ja noch. Aber ich glaube, wir sind so ein bisschen falsch hier. Ich dass wir da oben über die Pickel müssen. Blick nicht vom Haus? Ich bin zu alt für sowas.
Look out for damp flies. They'll drink you dry.
Smells like a whale's insides.
Ich bin mir auch nicht 100% sicher, ob ich gerade hier richtig bin. Da rein sollte ich definitiv nicht gehen. Ihr solltet da rausgehen. Aber gut. Dann bleibt halt da drin stehen. Soll mir auch recht sein. Oh, der hat 3 Totenköpfe. Oh, was habe ich denn hier? Kopfgeld-Trophäe. Oh, nice. Kann es sein, dass ich noch gar nicht hier sein sollte? Vom Level her. Oh, neuer Bogen. Das ist halt der Vorteil, wenn man auf leicht stirbt, man kommt meistens schneller voran. Nicht immer, aber meistens. Da ist noch Gift dort drauf. Man kann mal gucken wegen der Waffe. Oh, 72 Schaden, nice. Direkt mehr Damage. Was machen denn meine Dolche aktuell? Wo sind die denn? Der hat 13 und 20. Okay, haben wir die Waffe weggenommen. Wie geil ist das denn? Wir sind ein Kampfschurke. So, was ist mit dir? Open. So, ich wollte aber jetzt gucken, wo mein Questziel ist. Ich glaube, ich muss tauchen. Das dumpfe Gefühl, dass mein Sauerstoff nicht reichen wird. Oder? Oh, das könnte knapp werden. Sag ich ja. Okay, dann war es nicht der Weg. Ich bin gerade irgendwie falsch. Ne, da hinten muss ich hin. Ich bin am Anfang. Hier müsste der Bär gewesen sein.
So he was here all along.
This poor guy looks like he was important.
Oh. Aber so kann ich nicht... Ah, doch, ich kann beide anziehen. Ach, jetzt hat er mir da die Waffe weggenommen.
This is definitely part of some bigger thing we shouldn't mess with. So let's go find the rest of it.
Jetzt bin ich wieder draußen, ne? Da musste ich hier durch. Ne, wir waren generell falsch, sehe ich gerade. War nicht groß Damage. Lieb nicht sofort. Du stehst mir im Weg. Da weg. Schlüssel.
Good fighting.
I'll get you. Mess with us. He's a son.
Den Wasser gleich in die Buchse gepackt. Stimmt, hier auch noch die Granaten. Stimmt, ja, die ist ja auch noch. Aber immerhin habe ich keine Pfeile, auf die ich achten muss wie in Skyrim. Das wäre ein anderer Weg gewesen da rein, okay.
Right back.
Hab ich gar nicht gesehen, dass der vor mir steht.
Nice work.
So schnell kann ich gar nicht schießen. Wir sind ganz in der Nähe von der Quest, wo wir hin müssen. Ich weiß gar nicht, welches Level haben wir denn überhaupt? Wo ist sehen wir das denn hier? Stufe 8 haben wir. Da hinten muss ich hin. Aber wir gehen jetzt mal erst in die andere Richtung. Können wir nämlich Sonne festmachen. Und wir sind fast tot. Ich sag gewohnt, dass Assassin's Creed, dass wir überall runterspringen.
There. That's Thomas' old house. Wonder what he wanted me to find.
Das sehen wir dann gleich, was er finden sollte.
So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding? I recognize that. That can't be. His most prized possession. Damn you, Tama. Damn you. I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone. All this time, I never knew. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago. The man kept a journal of poetry. He never had a problem with words. And we knew each other for years. We were close. I trusted him with things in my past. Things I don't talk about. Sometimes I wish you weren't so damn perceptive. Did I tell him? I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles in Deadfire and a handful of mercenary campaigns since. I was a chewed up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands. Vulnerable. Huh. That's not the word for it. Tom always saw right through me. He knew what I was. A coward who failed him. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me, I'm sorry. I'm gonna need some time with this. You wouldn't say that if you knew. Never mind. Let's keep moving. A little fresh air will clear my head.
Das wäre das können wir erst mit ihm sprechen, wenn wir irgendwo übernachten wieder. Oh, 2 Bären. Das ist nicht gut. Nein. Eine Fußball-Doku auch noch 98. Die NDR. Was NDR? NDR. Ach, du hast das geguckt gestern. Hab ich. Ich hab dir gedacht, was guckt die denn da? Ja, hier. Ach so. Ja, du hättest dich irgendwie verklickt oder so.
Not bad, Marius.
Bei der auch. Da war Thomas Hessler, hieß der, glaube ich. Noch mit bei. Andy Möller war noch mit drin. André Köpker hieß der, glaube ich, war noch drin. Da war Betty Fuchs noch der Fußballtrainer. Da war Klinsmann sogar auch noch in der Mannschaft. Cola war noch drin. Das war so die Zeit, wo Möller war, glaube ich, nicht mehr drin. Bakan war schon mit drin. Ich mir auch gedacht habe, scheiße, ist der alt geworden. Der müsste schon drin gewesen. Ja, der müsste danach, glaube ich, kommen. Und dann lese ich Kommentar, ja, ich bin Baujahr 83, wo ich mir denke, scheiße, bist du alt. Ich komm ja schon alt vor, aber du? Ja, ich habe aber nicht reingeguckt. Ja, hatte ich gedacht, jetzt hat sich irgendwie verklickt oder so. Deswegen wollte ich mir die NDR-Doku angucken. Ich treffe auch. Fühlt überhaupt nicht, ne? Park öffnen, yeah, coole Idee. Ach, den machen wir ganz auf. Oh, was haben wir denn da bekommen? Außergewöhnlich hat 2 Hände. Ach, ich spiele nicht sogar mit 2 Händen. Oh, ich bin überladen. Ah, ich finde das ein bisschen schade, dass ich meine Begleiter nicht ausrüsten kann. Jetzt haben wir auch wieder allen Scheiß ein. Ich mache einen auf Bonk. Ich muss alles mitnehmen. Ja, das ja, das ist wie in Fallout 4, wenn du Survival-Modus gespielt hast. Du kannst halt nicht alles mitnehmen, ne? Das ist so übel. Das heißt, Mario ist sehr stark. Ja, glaube ich falsch.
It's like nature shaping these ruins like a shrine. For who?
Ja, gut, dann kann ich egal, was ich mache. Ich kann hier nicht runter. Ich kann hier nicht runter. Oh, geh mir nicht in, stell dich nicht mehr in den Weg.
Take the best shot. Arms up.
Natürlich der Ring da schießt. Ich weiß ja gar nicht, was die nächsten Spiele sind, die jetzt rauskommen. Also, Outer Worlds müsste irgendwie jetzt Mitte des Jahres kommen, oder also im September, August kommen jetzt viele Spiele. Ja, kommt ja nächstes Jahr erst, wenn es nächstes Jahr kommt. Mal gucken, wann es für PC kommt. Aber jetzt fangen sie ja schon das Spiel für 80 € rauszuhauen. Auch die PC-Spiele fangen sie zum Teil an. Wobei ich ja sagen muss, dass das eine Fantasy, was ich hier haben möchte, das ist drin für 50.
A welcome visitor. It has been so long since one of your kind has walked in this grove.
Ja, da bin ich auch raus bei der Preispolitik.
Strange, as this is your home. A curious thing for Kith to want. Even one as special as you. It belonged to one who tended this grove for longer than I have been here. Sickness changed them, as it has recently changed so many creatures in these woods. It no longer recognized us as their kin. We had to stop them before their madness damaged the land. But it is over now. All that remains is their heart. Our kind has no need for such remembrances. It would cause us no pain to part with it. But wait. No. No. So many dead. So many of my kin are dead by your hand.
Oh, guck mal, Intelligenz und Entschlossenheit.
The time for words has passed.
Und ich bin ja nicht mal durchgekommen, ohne gegen sie zu kämpfen. Ich bin ja angegriffen worden von denen. Wir metzeln einfach alles nieder. Wir metzeln einfach alles nieder. So, was habe ich denn hier? Minus 3% erlittener Schaden. Kritische Treffer verursachen Vergiftung. Ja, das Problem ist halt, da muss erstmal mit treffen, ne? Aber ansonsten, der Ring wäre schon recht nice. Weiß ich nicht, ob ich mal rein. Ach, wir kommen wieder hier nicht raus bei Schnellreise. Amulett einzigartig. 30% Resistenz gegen Gift. Oh. Gewöhnliches Schwert, gewöhnliche Pistole. Kann ich jetzt darüber reisen? Das ist doch dämlich. Da kommt doch bestimmt noch irgendwas, weil ich hier nicht rüberreisen kann. Kommt doch da bestimmt noch was. Muss ich jetzt echt da hinten vorbeilaufen? Kann ich nicht mehr schnell Reiserüber. Jetzt geht's.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her. I don't know. In my experience, it's always the snake you don't see that bites you. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject. Ask away. I'll be honest, it has changed a lot since I was last here, which wasn't that long ago. It's always been thick forests and crawling vines, but now it's like the forest has had enough and is ready to wipe us all out. That said, at least it's fertile. And you can still eat most of the vegetation here, though I wouldn't touch the mushrooms, especially the ones that move around on their own. I get a weird feeling when I get close to Lake Lacuna, like there's something there that shouldn't be. Right, changing the subject. Pleasant dreams.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valiant Republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood. No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people. Especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
Agreed.
I'm with you both. And Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
So, what kind of Korba would do something like that?
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side. What's on your mind? And troubling. What was it she said? The Steel Garrote will ensure the safety of Abonnieren interests? They aren't gonna make you any friends, that's for sure. Stay sharp. A storm's brewing. Better if we can find it before it finds us. Ask away. I'm well past seconds myself, if we're counting. Even decent people make mistakes, and the rest of us can grow with a little time and grace. If I had to list them all, we'd be talking all night. Anyway, if this place can't give us misfits and screw-ups a second chance, what hope do we have? Get some rest on, boy.
Also im August kommt Mehr. 8.8. Mehr raus.
Listen, Kai, I need you to stalk like a cat, not stomp around like
Borderlands 4 kommt dann im September am 23.09. Eine Fantasy-Tactics Remaster, das ist ja das, was ich erholen will. Das kommt am 30.09. Borderlands 4 schieben wir erstmal. Bei 80 € zahle ich dafür nicht. Abenteuer 2 im Ende Oktober. Ich glaube, ich eigentlich Urlaub haben. Ne, Ende September habe ich Urlaub. Oh, da kann ich das sogar spielen. Ach ne, sind wir gar nicht da. 13.11. kommt Arno. Das kommt 2025 irgendwann. Was ist das? Ja, das ist noch nicht draußen. Das ist noch in der Entwicklung wahrscheinlich. Ansonsten habe ich jetzt hier keine gelistet, die jetzt bitte nicht drin. Kann aber sein, dass das nochmal verschoben worden ist. Also allzu viele Spiele haben wir dann. Mein Mikrofon wollte nicht, bin schwer als Kabel gekommen. Da muss ich mir auch bei Zeit Neues holen. Ob ich da irgendwas anderes finde. Aber immer so noch rumgetragen. Die Spiele haben wir erstmal genug. Was das betrifft, da haben wir mehr als genug. Stufe 9. Nice. Was nehmen wir denn? Oh, wir nehmen auf jeden Fall Grundgesundheit. Ja, ja, die definitiv.
For an Adieran, you're very resourceful. And a more than capable companion for poor Giada. There's only one way to find out. Now that I've got the heart, my thirsty invention will drink deeply of its essence. All that's left to do is calibrate it. First things first, let's have a look at your soul. I'm going to ask some questions to induce a metaphysical quiver. No, not to worry, just testing your reflexes. Let's start with an easy one. You wake up on a beach, looking up into the sun. Your hands are covered in blood. All right. Let's try some word association. Tell me the first thing that comes to mind. Pendulum. Chrysalis.
The spark ignites a flame, and idea ignites a war.
Hello? You still with me? No, we should stop. This has gone far enough. Hey, let's go over your results. Your soul is like a piece of sea glass. All the edges are smoothed down. Quite beautiful, really. Your godlike nature is a marvel to behold. Not to besmirch a colleague, but watchers aren't the most reliable sources. What I see is something entangled about your soul. An outside presence that both is and isn't a part of you. It's old, dark, and rather tricky to pin down. Very interesting. That would be closer to Giata's area of expertise. I'm sure she'd love to give you a look. Fascinating. Thank you for getting my machine calibrated again. But you came for Giata's theory of the dream scourge. Between the two of us, she's on to something. Our farms are in great peril. The essence has been drained from the land, diverted, like the flow of a river. Doubtful, but you're asking the right questions. Someone or something is responsible. Regardless, essence doesn't just disappear. It must be going somewhere. All I can tell you is keep looking. You'll find what you're after. As much as I hate giving people bad news, that's all I have. Please give Giata my fondest regards.
Keep looking, huh? I'm getting a bad feeling about what we'll find.
I'll be honest. He lost me when he started talking about souls. What did I miss?
Something the matter? I hope none of my colleagues scared you off. Good timing. I'm about ready to get started. I have to ask, why are you wearing a revenant collar? Good for you. Hopefully she offered a fair price. So, did you learn anything of particular interest? Makes sense. You won't find a better source of energy. Look at us. Barely even started, and already we're making progress. Monto's machine is working, Elia will keep an eye on her revenants, and Yvette and Remy are providing us an alibi. Now we just need the right equipment for the job. When my parents died, they left me their life's work. An invention like no other. The phantasmal focus. Oh, I thought about it. The problem is it's in the basement. I haven't gone down there since the accident. Since they died.
I can't blame you for avoiding a place like that.
I would get it myself, but I'm not ready to face what's down there. The door to the basement is just outside, around the corner. Of course you'll need a key. Please excuse the mess.
Ja, dann gucken wir mal. Komm ich denn in den blöden Keller?
That's where her parents died. I'm glad we can spare her from having to go back.
Okay, walking into the basement of an animator I just met. Right, feels great. Don't know what I expected, but this isn't it.
Haven from the blight. Who grows here?
Hier wird doch bestimmt irgendwas sein.
I feel pretty certain that those people aren't supposed to be plants.
Die sich in Pflanzen verwandeln?
Gods. We can leave now, right?
Poor Giada. To think she's been living with this right under her nose. Not sure these walls are keeping much out.
I don't. Anyone know what happened back there?
I think those were Giada's parents, or whatever's left of them.
So they're dead?
Or something like that.
Gods, I can't believe this.
You're back. You found it. You actually found my inheritance. Did you see my mother and father? Are they still there? Nothing so malicious, but no less cruel. All that's really down there is an unhappy memory. One that keeps on growing. My mother had an idea about how to use the essence of the living lands, and it destroyed her. My father, our family.
People are too quick to risk everything for an ideal. I'm sorry it didn't work out for your family.
So I swore an oath. No one could enter the lab until I understood what happened. I watched my mother work. I know what to do. Enough about me. Let's worry about you for a change. With the phantasmal focus, I can finally tap directly into the essence of the living lands. I can also use it to smack around anyone who gets in our way. The only thing we're missing now is an Adra pillar, and I know the perfect one. Naku Tedek, the old godless ruin west of Fjord. There should be some equipment waiting for us. That rugged thing? It's as dry as a bone. Hardly any essence left. Even if it wasn't, I'm not exactly welcome in the workshop these days. Before we head out, let's make the most of our time in Fjord. No telling how long we'll be gone. And I hate to be a problem, but I do my best work in small groups. Chalk it up to performance anxiety.
Sounds good. I need to do some hunting anyway.
Once we're all together, we should trade ghost stories. Best way to get acquainted. In the meantime, let's be off.
Einen neuen Gefährten bekommen. Oh, sie heilt. Nice. Einen Heiler bekommen. Hört sich alles ganz nett an. So, wo muss ich denn jetzt hin? Hier habe ich meine Quest nicht auf der Karte. Hinten. Alles gut. Wir können hier nicht übernachten, ne? Jetzt habe ich schon wieder ungenutzte Attributspunkte. Ich habe doch gerade geguckt. Oh, wir machen Wahrnehmung rein. Ja. Ein bisschen weiter. Die Distanz wäre auch nicht verkehrt.
Next one's mine.
Patience. I'm almost ready.
Die ich gerade gebrauchen können bei dem Bossfight.
That'll show him. Tadek is a place of spiritual power. We're sure to find the answers we seek.
Why do they call it?
Good question. It means ancient soil. Naku Tadek is old when these lands were young. We usually bring our dead to Naku Tadek.
Envoy? Hard to imagine what Giada's going through right now, with her parents and all that. I mean, I have no idea what actually happened there, but she lost her people. She'll need time to get past that. And she deserves it. Right, changing the subject? If I must.
Thank you again for letting me join you. An Animancer never misses an opportunity to embrace the unknown. Still, being an Animancer feels different without Fior Messiverno. For the first time, I don't have to prove myself to anyone. It'll take some getting used to, that's for sure. At least now I have a place I can call my own. Good, because I have a lot of research to do, and this could take a while. Not to change the topic, but this little adventure of ours, will it be dangerous? A little bit of trouble in moderation can be good for the soul. My mother and father taught me how to defend myself, among other things. When you need me, I'll be ready. I hope so, anyway. Not before I've done some reading.
Das ist interessant gewesen, wenn die jetzt auch quasi untereinander quatschen. Achso, jetzt kann ich sogar Gruppen auswählen. Nee, die bleibt erstmal. Die bleibt erstmal. Kommt wieder unser Geist wieder. Ich hab's geahnt. Ich sage ein bisschen was von Baldur's Gate 3.
In the light, her parents, her sentinels. To grow and flourish still, life without rot, form without death.
Versuche zu schlafen.
The lake dries. Prune the bellflowers. Why should anything wilt? Endless spring. They breathe. They flower. They will never fade. They sing in peace. Was it not worth the change? Do we not? The bear would have spent its days in the wood. They are strong now, vibrant, better than their frail shells. More than alive, no suffering, no end. Sleep now. Dream of beauty and new life. We will speak soon.
So, wo muss ich jetzt hin? Das ist ja gleich um die Ecke.
Hey! Salutations, traveler. Welcome to lovely Naku Tadek. It's seen better times, but it's still a marvel of ancient architecture. Oh, but I forget myself. I'm Alyssa, a wanderer and explorer, and sometimes even a merchant. Like now. Care to see my wares?
So, was hat sie denn? Wo ist denn meins her? Edler Bogen. Obe? Ja, Sachen, die wir nicht gebrauchen können. Außergewöhnlicher Dolch. Der wäre nicht, aber der kostet 7000. Ach stimmt, ich hätte meine Waffen aufwerten können, fällt mir gerade ein. Muss ich noch mal eben gucken. Also, wo ist mein Bogen? Mehr kann ich nicht aufwerten. Danke, ist jetzt wieder ein Gespräch? Na, das ist nicht dein Ernst.
A crackle of light in a withered field. scars stifle us. We cannot recall when last we spoke. Hollow faces in a line. What has come of this place? A pack without a leader, the crown upon a shaking cub. We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? A new tongue, an unfamiliar name. The harvest grows, the dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Lift the shroud from the wheel. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? Adir sleeps across the sea. They are not troubled by the loss of kith. What do you say? Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
This is a spiritual haven. Would we
There should be some equipment by the Adra pillar.
We remember these walls. Yes, we have been here.
Well, here we are on the precipice of discovery, armed and ready for mischief.
I'm 2 out of 3 anyway.
Before we get started, indulge me. What are you excited to learn about? You're thinking like an animancer, and that's a good place to start. Now, I'm going to tap into the pillar's dormant energy and give it a good shake. In layman's terms, I'm chumming the water and daring the dream scourge to show its ugly face. This is no time for hesitation. All right. Drawing on the energy of the phantasmal focus, I'll start with a low-frequency ethereal vibration. I've got nothing. You?
Like I could go for some pie.
Shit. All right, adjusting the frequency. The focus is warming up. I hope that's a good sign. Let me know if you feel something. Who knows how your godlike nature will react to this. Brace yourself. We're going to pin this bastard down.
Are you sure about this?
Don't worry, I'm a professional. Now, here goes nothing.
Souls in a circle, a whirlpool. We twine, we twine.
Hey, I think I got something. The focus twitched, like a fishing rod. Is that a door? Not the result I was looking for, but a result nonetheless. Something very old. Right before the door opened, I detected something in the Adra. I was right. The Dream Scourge has a point of origin. We can study the affliction from here, but I don't know that we can stop it. We can discuss our feelings later. Right now, I need answers. If we want to stop the Dream Scourge, we still need to learn more about the source of the affliction. I hate to say it, but we'll get better results at the base of the pillar, where the energies are more potent. Naturally. After you.
Also, du bist schon gleich im Boss.
Did you open that door?
I did not bring us here to explore. Clearly, something wants to be found.
Does this feel like the start of a cautionary campfire tale to anyone else?
I wonder, did you open the door? Or did the door open for you? Incredible. These ruins are untouched. We are the first to disturb them. When was the last time anyone walked these passages? It must have been centuries. No, millennia.
Ja, ich stehe auch jetzt nicht so auf Pilze.
I can start that generator for you. Just through the room.
Ja, ich glaube, das wird wahrscheinlich brennen.
Pierces in the dark.
Whatever this is, at least it's dead. 2 points for the godless, none for the abominations.
Die nächste sich wieder reingehen sollten. Ja, sag ich doch.
Look out.
Immerhin habe ich jetzt noch eine dabei. Wie echt die Heiler mit reingepackt. Aber die Abklingzeiten, ne, die sind wirklich enorm. Also wenn du das auf höheren Schwierigkeitsgraden spielst und hast dann gerade jetzt erst dann Heiler, musst dann Leute noch irgendwie durchkriegen, schwierig. Ja, da ist Strom drauf. Ob der nicht schwimmen gehen möchte? Die falsche. Falsche. Ich hab kein Eis. Ich will so durchlaufen.
Little power goes a long way. In the name of Eora, is that?
You
Oh, eine Nahkampfwaffe.
Never seen anything like we're going to die
Das
down
war
here.
klar.
Had a good run.
Ja. Ja, ich bin drauf tippen, dass es eher Astrale sind. Immer schöne Modelle. Das muss man ja dazu sagen. Dann noch schon down. Das Immun gegen Gift ist auch klar, du bist auch ein Stein oder so. Lass mich doch mal gucken, was ist denn das für eine Waffe? Na, einhändig, Nahkampfwaffe, einzigartig. Achso, jetzt habe ich den Bogen an. So, das heißt, den könnte ich sogar wechseln.
Good shooting, Kai.
Cool, jetzt habe ich einen Spieß.
Death into life. Interesting. The godless clearly had some ideas about reincarnation, even if they didn't have a god.
Every other culture I've come across reveres the gods, even if they give them different names and pictures.
Can you imagine life without any gods to guide your destiny? Without anyone guiding you this? Looks like possibility. Bring it out. How do they even get down here?
Wo hat der ein Schutzschild, der Boss? Okay, wer von denen war jetzt der Boss?
If there are any monsters left, show yourselves. Some of us have work to do. Guess that means the coast is clear. Let's have a look at the outlook.
Der könnte schon wieder Hunger haben. Jetzt habe ich angeschlafen.
View us through the Adra.
Charge it up.
Find us.
Gesundheit.
Lead the way. Charge it up. Power goes a long way.
Okay, was soll denn das jetzt hier umsetzen? Das wäre die Alternative dafür gewesen, aber was bringt mir das jetzt? Vorwärts machen geht's irgendwo. Aber ich muss doch welche aufmachen, da oben ist auch noch einer.
Just a little spark. We've backed the Dream Scourge into a corner. I say we pin it down here and now, before it wriggles away from us. The last time we tried this, you felt something, yes? Maybe it had to do with your godlike nature. Try making contact with the Adra this time. It could only help. The effect should be stronger than before. Brace yourself.
You are here. You who bring us kind words and soothing thoughts. We welcome you. The mourners are gone now. Only the memories remain. asked after us in so long. We open to you as a bud before the sun. We once belonged to the green and the wild. A people lived there once. They loved us as we loved them. They brought their dead to us. We used to dip our fingers, wade in the confluence of souls. We are the heart in the soil, the lungs. We dream, the land stirs. We become. They brought their prayers to us. We answered. We do not remember how we grew. Our eyes opened. We were the earth, the sky, many into a whole. We touched the mountains and they molded to our fingerprints. The Akita twined around us. They sang in awe of what we made. They called us the gardener, steward of life. Sabado. Hitting frost. The morning sun. It has been centuries since anyone but us invoked our name. But we have felt in you the seed of connection. We have sought you, called to you. And you reach back. We have not known the joy of companionship in so long. No, we do desire our freedom, yes, but we also wish to know you. Can two shoots not spring from the same seed? Find us, free us. The rot that festers seeps into us as well. Our cage is far from here, buried in the garden, beyond the poison sea. Your words are comfort indeed. Go to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. We will try to explain. Those who cherish us, the chosen of the Akita, wait there. They will show you the way to the garden, to our prison. We will cleanse this rot with you once our hands are unbound. Find us in the garden. We twine, we await. First, let us offer you a sliver of our power, a boon to help you survive and find us. Will you accept it? We offer you gifts any would covet, and you search them for rot? You are our kin, the seed of our soul. We would see you avoid our fate. We would see you survive. Take it with our blessing. Now hurry to the halls of the Tabaru Sinakis. Bind us. Free us.
You're awake. Finally. We really pushed the phantasmal focus to its limits.
You were out a long time. We gotta start bringing pillows.
For a second there, I thought... Actually, never mind what I thought. It's a good thing we got results, because I have no desire to put you through that again. While you were out, I got some clear readings of the Dream Scourge. I've tracked its origin to the center of the living lands, somewhere deep in the untouched wilderness. You've heard of it. Fascinating. Maybe someone knows about this garden of yours. If we find the garden, we can cut off the Dream Scourge at its source. I hesitate to bring it up, but you were muttering while you were out. Had quite a lot to say. Whatever you were communing with, it had a spiritual energy I've encountered before, though only in traces. It must be connected to the Dream Scourge. Perhaps they share a similar origin. Yes, Sapadal. Who are they? What are they to you? I'm sorry? Sapadal is a god? But that's impossible. How could we have missed this? A trapped god. Trapped. And you spoke to them through the Adra. Maybe that tells us something. Perhaps the bars of their prison would be forged of essence, not iron. We've long theorized that all Adra is connected, but that changed when Animancers came to the living lands. The Adra here is severed from the rest of Eora, connected only to itself, or so we believe. If Sapadal speaks and works through Adra, then the living lands is their prison, their tomb. You could be right, but we have no way of knowing for certain. Not yet, anyway. We know the Dream Scourge is coming from this garden of yours. Maybe Sapadal can help us fight it.
I got a headache just thinking about it, and I'm not the one with the god knocking around in there.
The real question is, where do I start? Doesn't ring a bell, but maybe someone's heard of it before. We'll find the source of the Dream Scourge in the garden, but we have to find the garden first.
Then that's where we start.
Let's return to Fior Mesiverno. Banished or not, maybe I can squeeze a few answers out of my colleagues. I wouldn't count on it. Besides, what good am I to Fior Mesiverno anymore? The farms, the community, my research, they all depend on animancy. But the Dream Scourge is the end of animancy. The end of the living lands as we know it. We should leave this place and its memories. There's nothing more for us here.
Finding a secret entrance and discovering a new god. Not bad for a day's work.
Stop! The trees splinter, the rice turns black. The pain! The pain! Books into embers, words swallowed by the ash.
I lost you for a second there. Something the matter? Oh no. Let's go. You take the lead.
Come on. There's a way up those stairs.
Greifen Sie jetzt den Ort an oder so? Hoch, welche Treppe? Die Treppe. Was wäre es jetzt, wenn Sie das angreifen würden? What?
Oh my God.
What?
No!
Andra's depths. This was no accident.
What happened? Who did this? It's all gone. The city. My home. We have to check on the others. At least let me find Quilici. Any survivors would have evacuated to the farms north of town. Come, there's not a moment to waste.
A city up in flames? You tell me who you're calling. Coin is on.
Ich würde sagen, was wir jetzt auch knapp. Jetzt können wir auch nicht darüber reisen, ne? Und das ist doof, dass du hast jetzt schnell reisen kannst, aber nicht rüber reisen.
Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian Republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Work was your home. You're allowed to.
They burn. They blind us.
Ins Jenseits. Immerhin werde ich kein Untutagol jetzt. Ach, das ist schon wieder dasselbe.
This was no accident.
Aber das jetzt geben, ich hätte vorher speichern sollen.
What happened? It's all.
A city up in flames. You tell me who your coin is on.
I can't believe this. What you smell is the workshop going up in flames. Our books, our chemicals, our machines. Many of those inventions were originals from the Valian Republics. One of a kind, irreplaceable. I don't know why I'm dwelling on that. We lost more than our work.
Your work was your
They burn. They blind us.
Ja, ich bin zumindest diesmal nicht gestorben.
Almost ready.
You've got better aim than a sharpshooter, Giada.
Is anybody there? I'm in trouble!
Nice!
Who's there? Somebody help!
Wo ist der denn hier quatscht? Wie soll ich denn helfen, wenn ich nicht weiß, wo du bist?
Nicely done.
That all you had?
I was worried for a second. There's the city. What's left of it. Gods, who could do this to us? Who could burn us out like rats and call it a victory? I don't know how we recover. Our past is in those flames. Our history.
Same goes for you. Vidaro wants to speak. Far to the north.
I owe him my life. May he pass swiftly into the beyond.
Look, they made it out. Oh, thank the gods. Thank the gods. I needed that. I needed to see them so badly. Felt like I couldn't breathe.
Take a few more deep breaths. We're not going anywhere.
Rabbits in a burrow, hunted.
These people are looking for leadership, a sense of direction. We should find Quilichi.
We've been at war against nature. Envoy. Oh, thank goodness. For a moment there, I thought we'd lost you in the attack.
No surprises there. We've had nothing but misfortune since you arrived.
Inasi. calm yourself.
Why should I be calm? His people burned my city.
The Steel Garrote are hardly his people.
They offered us no negotiation, no peaceful terms. Just flames and laughter as we ran. You give these tyrants too much credit. Your Inquisitor is determined to burn out anyone who doesn't conform to Aderen ways.
We agree on one thing. The Steel Garrote have declared war on the Living Lands.
That isn't their choice to make.
What happened here is no coincidence. Their forces already have an unshakable grip on Paradis. This attack was meant to weaken us. No doubt they will circle back to finish what they started. Tell us, what of your research into the Dream Scourge? Assuming our governor wants to hear it.
I may have spoken in haste before.
Pardon?
The very notion that the Dream Scourge had blighted our farms, it was too awful to acknowledge.
Are you being serious right now?
I am. The sanctuary my family built was falling apart on my watch, and I wasn't strong enough to bear it. Whatever you have to say, I'm ready to hear it.
You want me to do the talking? Very well. The evidence is clear. The Living Lands is on the edge of an ecological disaster, both physically and spiritually. We may know the origin of the Dream Scourge. By following it back to the source, perhaps we can reverse the damage. Now for the bad news. An undiscovered god rests in the heart of this island. Until we know more about its nature, we are powerless to stop it.
But this is madness. When I said I was ready for the truth, I didn't mean... Quilici, tell him it's madness.
Envoy, is it true?
You truly think you can find a god? I said I'd keep an open mind, but this is a bit much.
First the Dream Scourge, then the Steel Garrote, and now, what does this god of yours want us to do? Pray?
This is no time for a theological discussion. Our survival hangs on a knife's edge. We can't remain in Emerald Stair.
There is no reason to stay, unless you count picking through the ashes. We should relocate to Thirdborn. It's the only settlement that can take us all.
No. I say we go to Paradis.
This is madness. It's suicide.
Wrong. It's self-preservation. And my father would have agreed. As long as we are animancers, the Adirans will pursue us to the ends of the earth. Instead, we lay low, hide in plain sight, let them believe we're beaten, and bide our time.
While we hide, the Dream Scourge will tear this island apart. At least in Thirdborn, we can practice animancy freely. We can't gamble with our existence. The political climate of the Living Lands is too dangerous.
Thirdborn has its own problems. Paradis is more secure, but it would mean living under Aderen rule. I don't like our options, but that shouldn't stop us from committing to one.
Thirdborn's full of hardy types. Lots of former soldiers and mercenaries. A rough bunch, but good to have at your back. It's also farther from the Steel Garrote's base of operations. That's where I'd make my stand.
We'll be proud to lend our strength to theirs, as Animancers and as fellow expatriates.
I have my misgivings, but you helped my father lead the republics. I trust you to help us again. What of you, Envoy? Where does the hunt for the Dream Scourge take you next?
Oh, I do.
Yardsley? Don't tell me you are getting swept up in all of this.
Oh, really? You should know better, darling. Any talk of the Akita, and I will appear. If you're looking for the garden, I can probably lead the way. Luckily, you've got me, the foremost Akitan scholar in the living lands, and...
Godless scholar, my dear. No one outside of academia uses their proper name.
Ah, right. Layman's terms. Thank you, darling. Well, to make a long story short, I think I can lead you to the garden. 30 years of research, and I think the answer lies in a ruin called Nakukubel, which is in Shatterscarp, so we've got to get there now. Before Fiora went up in flames, that Garrote monster took my research. Your kin are on their way to the garden now. Wait. If they know as much as we do, they know to go to Shatterscarp too. Oh no. I've got to warn Temerity. Meet me in Thirdborn, all right? You can't miss it. It's the only bit of civilization in Shatterscarp, if you can call it that. I'll finish getting ready here and just meet you there.
Ugh, what a whirlwind. God, I love that tiny woman. Oh, a gentleman never tells. She's a feisty one. Almost makes me feel young again.
I am officially putting a stop to this line of questioning. Keep it in the bedroom. For what it's worth, I vouch for Yardsley. She's a good friend and a bad influence. Right now, we could use both.
There's a gate to the north, which will take you to Shatterscarp. It's guarded by some of our best rangers.
Then we should approach carefully. They'll be on their guard after this.
I'll make sure they grant you safe passage. May the gods protect you, Envoy.
Exploring the living lands with a friend. What more could I ask for?
Back to Shatterscarp then.
Envoy, it's clear that no matter what happened, these people couldn't stay in Fior. Just not sure you did the right thing. These people won't survive long in a place like Thirdborn. Maybe you're right. I know less about animancy than I do about Zara poetry. I wish them luck. Shatterscarp won't make it easy. Right, changing the subject. You too. Envoy? Gods, I can't believe what's happening around here. Fior has been destroyed. Just like that. Teeth, fingers, toes, arms, that freaky Bleste mask she's always wearing. All of it. I'm sure we'll all get our chance soon enough. Right, changing the subject. If I must.
I'm going to miss Fior Messiverno. We should talk. Fior Messiverno was the pride of 2 generations. And now, nothing but ashes and embers. My home, my lab, my parents. It feels as if I lost them all over again. What if I'm tired of being strong? I keep asking myself, how could I have missed this? How could I not have known an attack was coming? We were all so occupied with the Dream Scourge, we missed the enemy on our doorstep. No matter where Animancers go, someone is always trying to kill us. Nothing enrages the gods more than mortals in pursuit of knowledge. Don't worry. I plan to hold the mortals accountable. As many of them as it takes. Listen to me. A failed Animancer lashing out at everything in reach. Even with all the tools at my disposal, I couldn't stop the Dream Scourge. And I couldn't save my people. How do I live up to my family's example when I can't even help myself? I wish I could. But that legacy is a debt I can never pay off. My parents died pursuing a better future for Animancers. I can't let their sacrifice be for nothing. And right now, that's all it is. I have some pondering to do. Let me know if there's anything else. Pleasant dreams.
Hey, about earlier. Sorry for going off like that. I haven't talked about Tom in a while. I guess the moment just caught me off guard. First time for everything, huh? Night, Envoy.